Everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul Nguma, founder of PATTERNOLOGY LAB. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all a stock that is about to go crazy within the next few days and why you should keep it on your watch list. And I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions for this video who dropped those in the comment section of our last video, right after the intro. Alright, y'all, before we begin, again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm on your way in. And also do not forget to subscribe if you're new. So let's get started. Right off the bat, the market did a complete 180 on us this entire week. There was a lot of technical signals that was indicating a very bearish move. And I was anticipating a drop, like a drop all the way down to here. But as soon as the market opened on Monday and I saw the money started coming in, I had to change my perspective on that one and we had to go long on it. I will do a follow-up on UPS later on in the video. But as of right now, the way this is looking, it's looking quite strong. I think the entire market is going to continue to go higher. The next target that I have is 2880, and we might see that on Friday like morning before we experience some type of turbulence, especially in the Nasdaq. All right, the Dow Jones may not face that drop. It may just continue to climb, but the Nasdaq might take a little bit of a hit, in my very honest opinion. All right, now the stock that all of you should be keeping in your watch list for tomorrow and the next few days, that stock is Fastly. All right, and the reason why I want to share Fastly with all of you, all right, is because number one, it's a very reputable company. All right, let's not ignore that. Number two, it's been beaten down for quite some time, for a few months now, for about like 228 days, and it's trying to recover from these previous lows. And number three, there is this very clean bullish pennant on the chart right over here, which actually broke out today. All right, it broke out today and it just started running. We were watching this thing in the Discord for quite some time. I actually got in like right over here at the close with like 15 contracts. Let's take a look at the details of that trade. So this is the Fastly history. All right, and that's the 22nd at exactly 2:53. About 15 calls for $3,000, and I immediately alerted everybody that I bought calls on there. And then I waited for like 2 days, and today I took half of it. Pretty much took my initial investment and then some. Somewhere over here, let's see, right over here, right there, because I wanted it. I was anticipating a little bit of a drop to get it back at the lows. So this thing is not over yet. This is definitely not over yet. I have about 7 calls left, and I will, if it does pop up here, which I definitely think it will, I will get a different strike price on these contracts. But definitely keep this one on your watches for potential to move all the way up to like $65, somewhere over here. $65 to $70 is my ultimate price target. It may drag its feet a little bit. Like tomorrow, it may even like go over here towards 59 or $60 exactly. And then next week we will see that major run that I wanted to see actually today, but it didn't quite do that. The market had a little bit of a pullback, and that's fine. That's completely normal. So definitely keep this one on your watches for a continuation to the upside. Now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. First one, the follow up on UPS. That one again, as I mentioned before, we were very bearish on it. I got puts on this one over here, right over here. This is where I bought puts on the stock right here. All right, and I was holding different set of puts. Let's go on here and let's go onto the history. So this was the put that I was buying, the short-term ones for $900. I ended up selling these to get some profit, like $300 in profit. But the problem is I had longer term puts on here that I bought for like 4.9 grand, and I ended up taking the loss on there because of the momentum from the markets. And it's unfortunate, losses do happen, but as traders, it is important to cut losses quickly, to adapt, and to have a different mindset, and to also accept that, hey, the bearish thesis was wrong. So that was the losing trade on that one. And congrats to anybody who was actually able to go long on it. Right now it's struggling. I think it's because FedEx had earnings, and they didn't do too well. FedEx took a kind of a hit. And again, as I always tell y'all on this channel, never, well, we do not hold anything through earnings. Again, we don't do it. And the reason why is because it is 150% gambling. All right. Holding through earnings, like, it's, you don't know what's going to happen. It could spike all the way up just as well as it could tank all the way down right here. And I can tell you right now that everybody who thought it was a great idea to buy YOLO calls right here got annihilated. Like, those calls are going to exactly $0 and 0 cents. All right, this is devastating. If you bought puts on there, hey, congratulations to you. You got lucky on this 50-50 coin toss, and you can collect the bag at the open. I think it's actually gonna tank you a little bit. I think it's gonna tank to like a 280. Usually when something like that happens, like, there's a follow through dump that happens, and I think it's gonna go down just a little bit further before we see some type of bounce. So short sellers who may be watching this thing, there could be an opportunity for you, like right here, followed by, well, this may be a little too, let me remove that, like right here, followed by dump all the way down to like 285. All right, so just keep your eyes out on FedEx on that move. But yeah, that was the update that I wanted to make on UPS. Will UPS follow the same fate? Probably. All right. When is it going to get there? I don't know. I can't answer that right now. And honestly, I don't have a position on it, and I don't really care about the stock. So that is my very honest opinion on these two stocks. The next one that somebody asked about BBBY. All right. And BBBY currently is it's recovering. This one is, I think this one's a meme stock. All right, it is a meme stock. It's recovering. It's trying to make it. It has earnings is like 5 days. All right, I'm holding through earnings. This stock specifically, I don't really know. It's not that cheap. It's not like $10. It's not like $7 stock where it might just tank just a little bit, or it might rise a little bit. It's $30. And again, I don't know what's going to happen through it. If you're gonna hold through earnings, do it at your own risk. It has a lot of room to the upside, especially after this dump right here is trying to recover again. Will it recover? It's not guaranteed. It's just really not guaranteed. Am I trading this? Definitely not. There's other stocks that are better looking out there that provide better opportunities for us. Therefore, we are not touching BBBY. All right. So if you're gonna partake in this, do it at your own risk, and most importantly, manage your risk, people. Manage your risk. Now, the next one that we're going to be doing a follow-up on, that one is TRCH, which a lot of people wanted my opinion on last week. I told y'all that this one was going to spike to $9. It went all the way up to 10.88. Personally, I wanted to short this one. I really did. But it didn't quite get as high as I wanted it to be. And the reason why I wanted it so high is because the contracts would have been a little bit more lucrative, right? This one, the profit potential was not that appealing, so I decided to just let this one go and leave it alone. So hopefully y'all were able to take some money off right near the top, especially on the day that it failed. And hopefully some of y'all did not chase this one on the way up, because this is a nasty fall. And I honestly think that it's gonna fade like every other bubble that we've shorted in the past. And I think it might just do something like this, and then it's gonna fade again, and then it's gonna fade again, and go right back to where it belongs, right at these lows right here. All right, so if you're short in stock, like, this is an easy 50% already. If you short in stock, All right, if you showed in the contract, I really don't like that chain. I really don't. I wish the stock was a bit more expensive. Then I would have participated in this one. But the way it's looking, it can fade. It can do whatever it wants. I'm not touching this one. Now somebody asked about cat. All right, and what is going on with cats? So in regards to cat, we took a few trades on this one. It's looking quite bullish. There was magical unicorn news midday, which we were able to capitalize on, but my entry on this one was right over here. I was watching this one for a breakout of this pattern right here. So I got in right there, and obviously let everybody in the Discord know that I bought calls on there. Let's check out the details of that trade over here. This is Caterpillar. So I bought 22 contracts right at 9 on the 23rd. All right, and then I waited patiently. I ended up like reducing my size a little bit midday for like nearly the same price. I reduced it by 33%, which I really shouldn't have. All right, because later on it looked quite good, and then it immediately spiked, especially after that news came out. And right after that news came out, I was watching it like a hawk, and then right when it got to a price target that I liked at around noon, I started selling calls and selling calls. So my $4,000 investment ended up being a total of like $7,000 total. All right, so I made another 3 grand on here. But as soon as I was selling calls, then a second later, selling more calls and selling more calls and selling more calls. And as I was selling more calls, I was letting everybody in a Discord know that I was selling, all of them at like 11:59. That way, as you can see, there's like a 10-second difference between my sell order and the when everybody else gets that message. So yeah, just so that they can get a good price and that they don't get caught, and so that they can pretty much collect as much money off the table as possible and avoid these downturns. Obviously, there is an opportunity on the upside. If you take a look at the daily right over here, there is still more room, especially given the fact that I'm not bearish on the Dow Jones. I think we can continue some more. So keep this one on your watch list as well, all right? And yeah, that is my very honest opinion on the stock. We are already at 12 minutes, and that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, it helps the channel a lot and it allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you would like to be part of our private Discord community, you can find that as the very first link in the description of the video below, as well as the very first comment that is pinned below the video. All right, and yeah, if you're interested in getting like the time that I get in, the details of the contracts, the price target, the charts, and all that, yeah, you can find that as the very first link. Now, if you're not following us on social media, you can find me at Paul and Guma and at PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, I left some very basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get signed up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850 right after you sign up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video as well. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Nguma with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video, alright? Enjoy the outro.